Compared to other popular metallic elements and alloys, titanium is a relatively new player on the global scene. That is, if you count its discovery in the late 1700s as new. Its adoption for actual machining applications is even more recent, metallurgists really not utilizing the element until the early 20th century in the US for consumer goods. Element number 22 offers up many distinct characteristics, but in terms of EDC specific advantages, its high strength to extremely low weight ratio and extreme corrosion resistance are two of the most applicable, making it a more premium and more durable substitution for aluminum or alloys like steel. Keep in mind that although its use is now pretty common in the EDC space, it's far more rare than iron as the main ingredient in steel, far more expensive to extract, and all around pretty tough to refine once they do so. Because these factors and more, fully anticipate and plan to pay more for titanium goods. And while titanium isn't an alloy natively, many manufacturers make titanium alloys by mixing it with additives like aluminum, vanadium, zirconium, manganese, iron, chromium, cobalt, nickel, and copper, and more, just to name a few, to bolster certain native qualities. Alright, so now that you're more or less caught up to speed, let's dive right in with our first titanium EDC essential from RZE, with their newest pilot watch, the Fortitude GMT Nighthawk. It is now not all that uncommon in the watch world to find a watchmaker that makes use of a titanium alloy for the main case or a watch's smaller components. But what is rare is a watchmaker with a strict titanium-only catalog. But that's exactly what Travis Tan and Clarence Chu, the minds behind RZE, have built. Building upon their first titanium pilot watch released circa 2021, the Fortitude, RZE's revamped Fortitude GMT has hit the market in an even more capable pilot watch form, with more streamlined case considerations and a flyer GMT at its heart. RZE's rolled over the coin-edged 41mm titanium case with the same proprietary Ultra-Hex coating as the three-handed Fortitude. Although titanium has many benefits over stainless steel, it tends to scratch fairly quickly, so this PVD coating increases the overall hardness to approximately 1200 HV. That scale can seem a bit arbitrary without context, so for comparison, conventional 316L stainless steel usually falls between 200 to 250 on the Vickers hardness scale. A 47mm lug-to-lug and a modest 12mm case thickness keeps the on-wrist presence fairly compact for a pilot watch. You also get 100 meters of water resistance, a screw-down crown with RZE's R embossed logo, and an inner red safety barrel that lets you confirm whether or not you have the crown fully screwed down at a quick glance. We mentioned the slanted coin-edged turbine-esque bezel, and it's already had its fair share of Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot comparisons by way of the first three-handed Fortitude, but we think it makes enough maximalist design choices to avoid any criticism. Under a beautiful piece of sapphire with AR coating applied to the interface, the textured black dial houses a generous amount of elements. We love the extra degree of depth with the sandwich dial. The largest markers are actually just punch-outs, revealing the BGW9 Superluminova that sits behind. We're also fans of the rich yellow accents of the framed fourth hand, the dial text above the 6, and the triangular 24-hour marker on the sloped chapter ring, that all add a touch of liveliness to the presentation while still keeping the rugged masculine feel highly intact. For under $700, the Fortitude GMT offers up a true, or travelers, or callers, you can pick your poison, Miyota 9075 automatic movement, allowing you to set the hour hand independently. Not only does it offer quick set travel convenience, but the 9075 is a high beat movement with a 28,800 BPH beat rate and a 42-hour power reserve. RZE is joining the party with other sub $1,000 Miyota 9075 GMTs, like the one from Jack Mason with their newest Strato timer, Traska's Venturer, and Laurier's Retro Hyperion Series 2, just to name a few. So it's safe to say it's in good company. We've said time and time again that around $500, or sometimes even under $1,000, the bracelet is where most watches around this price point show their cards. But not so with the Fortitude GMT. They've continued the use of titanium with a tapered angular 3-link 20mm bracelet, have built-in screw pins, and it concludes with RZE's new 316L stainless steel on-the-fly adjustment buckle. So safe to say the new Fortitude GMT is a lot of watch for the money. At one point in time, and that point in time was not all that long ago, you'd be slim on options if you thought of picking up a full titanium wallet, or honestly, a full metal wallet in general. Now, titanium's adoption has been so mainstream that luckily, you have a range of options. One of our favorite full titanium financial carry solutions, aka a wallet, is the American-made Dango A10 Adapt wallet in titanium that sees the regular A10 Adapt's aerospace-grade aluminum and raises it with a full CNC machined Grade 2 titanium build. As we warned, titanium is going to cost you a pretty penny. In this case, many pretty pennies, more than the regular aluminum A10 Adapt, that currently retails for $79. The titanium A10 Adapt is currently $250 on Dango's site, so the investment here is certainly steep for a wallet. And oddly, the aluminum version actually weighs 1.4 ounces lighter than the A10 Adapt titanium. So what are the real advantages here? Well, It is true first and foremost that titanium is a tougher metal than aluminum. If you want to really future-proof your wallet setup, picking titanium over aluminum is a safe bet. You get all the weight savings that aluminum offers, but in a package that can withstand a good degree more abuse. As the name suggests, the A10 Adapt is a modular system. You can certainly use it as is and fit up to 5 cards, 4 on the back and 1 on the front, like an ID or driver's license, or you can opt to pick up any of the Adapt expansion accessories, like a billfold expansion that locks in with Dango's proprietary rail system, these 2 notches here and here. Most importantly, with metal wallets, more so than leather or fabric vessels, comes RFID protection. It's insane just how fast and easy it is to steal your financial data wirelessly now, with any RFID device. So you want some sort of physical barrier, more than just a pant leg between your cards and the world. The titanium plate provides just that with full RFID protection. One of the best titanium EDC carabiners is the Mehlville carabiner from the James brand, machined out of solid 6Al4V titanium for a lightweight, attractive EDC edition you can use as a keychain, attached to a backpack, or really anything that you need day to day. There are quite a few carabiners floating in the ether that take on a traditional climbing shape or even a more tactical shape, but the Mehlville is palpably refined and markedly premium with the integration of the James brand signature stainless steel thumb stud, which in this case functions as a bottle opener. Plus, the dual compartment design keeps your keys locked in and prevents accidental loss, and the James brand even provides a titanium keyring to keep the whole ordeal cohesive through and through. Rhino have built a catalog of EDC tools with Tritium integration to use reliably time and time again in the dark for years without maintenance or battery swaps, and some even come with full titanium builds, only sweetening the pot. Through its natural process of gradual beta decay, tritium's emitted electrons react with a phosphor inside these tubes or inside these cells that maintains a constant reaction, and that produces a subtle but sustained glow. Building small amounts of this mildly radioactive material into the dials of watches, or in this case into the handle of a pry bar, is a great way to increase a normal EDC tool's overall utility. Think of this tool as something you could easily locate in a dark glove compartment or a dark toolbox, or maybe even a dimly lit social gathering if you have the need to uncap your favorite beverage. Its stout build at 2.95 inches in length and 0.65 inches in width and versatile flattened tip can be used as a box opener, a scoring tool, or even a flathead screwdriver. And the lanyard hole on the 180 makes it easy for the titanium tritium pry bar to live conveniently among your keys. Our next titanium EDC essential uses a black DLC coating and a premium titanium skeleton, and comes from a company whose entire catalog centers around element 22. The Big Idea Design BitBar 2 is an 8-part bit driver set with a nifty deployment, a compact design, and a hyper-premium full grade 5 titanium build. The rectangular BitBar 2 is 3.9 inches in length by 0.45 inches in thickness, and is easily pocketable, especially with the built-in pocket clip. The whole system is extremely well thought through, simple, and innovative. To access the bits recessed into the driver's main body, you use this spring-loaded toggle on the side. Push up and all 8 drivers snap into place. Let go and they fall back instantly, and they're held in with a magnetic base to prevent them from falling out when not intended for use. The bits are your standard inclusions, a number 1 and a number 2 Phillips, a 1/4 inch and a 3/16 inch flathead, a T15 and T20 Torx, and a number 1 and a number 2 square bit. 2 driver housing options here and here on the top as well, and a stainless steel extension you can use for tighter spaces. Big Idea Design also provides a premium all-black leather sheath for the BitBar 2 itself to keep the blackout experience intact from beginning to end. There are scores of titanium keychains now, but not all of them actually ship with the titanium split ring, so here's a great titanium keyring to keep your entire keychain full titanium through and through. The HandGrey Knox ring is a grade 5, 10-sided stonewashed titanium split ring, and even though this is by far the most unassuming part of your keychain setup, it's the fact that it's so often overlooked that there are very few full titanium options available. This one's been crafted by HandGrey with a lot of deliberate considerations. First, yes, it's a full grade 5 build. Second, the 10-sided outer edge design makes the Knox keyring palpably tough looking. And third, the inner ring portion is completely smooth, unlike the exterior, allowing for your keys to rotate freely. But the best part, the Knox keyring is by far much easier to open than the traditional design, or the fingernail destroyers as we like to call them. It's a push-pull mechanism that's extremely intuitive and easy to open to add or remove items without destroying your fingers. But like we said, titanium EDC does not come cheap, nor does the Knox, with a current price point around $30 for just one ring only. So you're set with the titanium carabiner and also a titanium split ring, but what about some sort of quick release keychain to quickly disengage your keychain carry? Well, enter the full grade 5 quarter-size Tech Accessories Python QR keychain. What's the saying, big things come in small packages? Well yeah, the Python makes the argument quite well. It's unassuming, but its no moving parts, 2-part machining, and positive pressure design is incredibly robust for its stature. One of, if not the biggest failure points for quick release keychains, well, you can probably take a guess. Having your carry disengage when not intended isn't only annoying, but it can also be an easy swipe for an opportunistic thief. Tech Accessories combats this with what's called positive locking. Essentially, the bottom component, the male part, uses 2 wings that provide strong outward pressure to the inner channel of the female component. Once the 2 pieces are joined completely, the locking tabs seat and it's virtually impossible to pull these 2 pieces apart without pressing firmly on both sides at once to release the locking tabs. Now we absolutely love the simplicity and strength of the design, but we would love to see the addition of some free rotating 360-degree caps that house the split rings, to allow either the carabiner or the keys below to rotate freely independently of the Python. In our opinion, some of the best EDC flashlights are keychain flashlights. Their lightweight and compact form factors often make more sense for everyday use than their full-size counterparts. However, the FocusWorks F3 shows just how much a lightweight titanium build makes an argument for the converse. This full titanium 4-inch flashlight houses a 900 lumen Samsung LH351D 5000 Kelvin LED, and it weighs in at only 3.6 ounces in total weight, running on a rechargeable that is outside of the flashlight on a charger 14500 battery. While it's not record-breaking in terms of power, not everyone needs a blinding amount of illumination, and the F3's minimalist, well-machined form looks extremely pleasing to the eye, and we have no doubt you'll resonate with the F3 for this point alone, despite the modest amount of brightness that it offers in comparison. The color temperature of the light is also equally important. Are you biased toward a colder emitter or a warmer emitter? Well, FocusWorks thought about this and provides 2 options that you can select at checkout. Decide between ours here, the cooler 5000 Kelvin Samsung LH351D, or the slightly warmer 4000 Kelvin Nishia 219C. Modes are your typical offerings via a Q-Light driver with a low, medium, and high setting with the aid of a rubber button at the torch's top. Full press to turn on and off the flashlight, and half presses to cycle through the modes. The titanium exterior of the F3 has a very subtle metallic texture that shimmers as it interacts with the light. With regular use, we could see the outside developing its own custom character, becoming an excellent heirloom-worthy contender. As a last note, keep in mind that we did experience a notable amount of heat much quicker than other titanium flashlights we've used in the past, so handle the F3 with care after extended use at a high setting. Titanium's strong, no doubt about that, but it's the element's strength to weight ratio that's the key little asterisk here. This next product takes advantage of titanium's featherweight properties as an 8-ounce flask weighing in at only 3.7 ounces unfilled. Sure, your spirit of choice is going to add weight anyway, but the Vargo titanium flask also comes with a few other notable benefits. First, titanium is a very neutral material that won't leach into your spirit over time. That means no weird tastes, odors, or chemicals despite the alcohol's duration in the vessel. Second, the Vargo titanium flask comes with a very convenient flip-style silicone funnel system to add or rebottle your drink of choice as you see fit without any spills. Sure, it kinda takes away from the overall sleek presentation of the head-to-toe matted gray design, but its utility can't be understated, and it's removable if you want to leave it at home after topping off. The Vargo titanium flask is also fairly large, and we'd say not the most pocketable titanium flask out there at 5.9 inches in height and 3.7 inches in width, but its 8-ounce volume makes it a great option for folks who are looking to max out capacity. If you define a standard drink of a distilled spirit with an average 40% alcohol content as 1.5 ounces, then the Vargo titanium flask can hold just over 5 drinks, so it's a great option to bring to a social gathering to pour out some drinks for family or friends. Our next titanium EDC essential is certainly more of an everyday essential than a flask may be, and is one of the best titanium water bottle options out there from none other than the premium outdoor lifestyle supplier Snow Peak from Sanjo, Japan. The titanium Aurora bottle is a beautifully designed, fully anodized 27-ounce titanium drinking vessel with a simple 2-part design and thin 1mm walls, allowing the water bottle to maximize titanium's lightweight properties, weighing in at only 5.2 ounces unfilled. The shape of the water bottle itself is quite standard, with a 3-inch width and a 9-inch height, with a slight taper at the neck and a wide mouth at the top, and a cap with a silicone ring to bolster the water resistance of the cap itself. Its weight, or lack thereof, is a definite plus, but we also love the fine horizontal texture on the matted surface that helps maintain a secure grip regardless if the outside of the bottle becomes wet. Currently, Snow Peak offers the Aurora bottle in 5 colorways, and this is where the name starts to make more sense. The 4 other, not pictured here today, in various metallic neon shades that evoke the colors of the Aurora Borealis or Northern Lights. Before we move on, let's circle back briefly to the thinness of the bottle's outer walls. Keep in mind that although it is incredibly lightweight by way of the titanium build, it does so by way of sacrifices. The 1mm walls are not vacuum insulated or offer insulation of any kind, so your cold drinks or hot drinks won't stay that way for very long. As a tertiary point, we'd recommend only filling the Aurora bottle with cold liquids, because the hot liquids will almost certainly burn your hand. Our next titanium EDC essential is the Tactile Turn Side-Click Pen, a beautifully engineered full titanium pen that's an excellent lightweight full-size choice to keep on your person. The Tactile Turn Side-Click Pen is undoubtedly a conversation starter, and it's also offered up in 3 other premium metal options besides titanium that you can select at the time of your purchase, the other 3 being copper, brass, and the most premium of the lot, a dark gray zirconium. Offered up in 3 sizes, a 4.6 inch, a 5.3 inch, and a standard size 5.8 inch like ours here, the side-click pen uses a 0.43 inch diameter and a standard click mechanism that deploys the cartridge from the top, and then it disengages the cartridge back into the case with this recessed side button. Depending on the size of the pen, the side click will ship with a Pilot G2 0.7mm refill for the full-sized 5.8 inch pen, ours here. The short 5.3 inch comes with a Schmidt EasyFlow 9000 medium refill, and the mini of 4.6 inches comes with a Pilot G2 mini 0.7mm refill. What could possibly make a Leatherman even more capable? Well, we're about 10 essentials deep, so if you can't take a guess by now, well, then you're on your own. The Leatherman Charge Plus TTI combines full titanium handles with the already well-loved toolset of the Charge Plus, making it one of the best titanium multi-tool options that you'll dig up. Long story short, the Charge Plus Titanium keeps the 19 total tools of the base Charge Plus, adds titanium to the handle's grip points, and increases the overall price by about $40. Now, if you were thinking, nice, maybe the titanium shaves off some weight? Well, yeah, we hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the Titanium Charge Plus is about 0.6 ounces heavier than the standard Charge Plus. Truth be told, we're not exactly sure why, but we do have a hunch. The base Charge Plus uses slim 6061 T6 aluminum handles, much thinner than the Charge Plus Titanium, so this is probably where the slightest bit more weight comes from. Anyway, if you're not already familiar with the Charge Plus toolset, let's overview the Charge Plus TTI. Here are the 19 total tools you're provided with. Needle nose pliers, regular pliers, premium replaceable wire cutters, and hard wire cutters, a standout feature of the Charge Plus by the way, an electrical crimper, a wire stripper, an S30V knife, 420HC serrated knife, a saw, spring action scissors, a cutting hook, an 8-inch or 19cm ruler, can opener, bottle opener, a wood and metal file, a diamond coated file, a large bit driver, a small bit driver, and a medium screwdriver. And of course, a rugged blacked out sheath to keep the multi-tool tethered to the hip. Now, the sheer amount of material used for any pair of sunglasses isn't usually a lot, so titanium won't necessarily make much of a perceptible difference in terms of weight on your person. And stainless steel and titanium are both generally considered to be hypoallergenic, but titanium alloys are often more pure and can be safer for folks who might react to metals like nickel, which are commonly found in stainless steel alloys like 304 and 316 for example. That all being said, one of our favorite titanium sunglasses are the Novarro S aviator frames from GarrettLeight, which use a titanium eye wire to keep the lenses firmly in place, flexible titanium coil temples for added strength and flexibility, and full titanium nose pads. At first, we were skeptical about the nose pads being made of metal, but the lightweight titanium units, although not as flexible as far less premium rubber or plastic versions, actually conform quite comfortably to the nose bridge. These aviators are considered large, with dimensions at 55mm for the eye, a bridge of 19mm, and 148mm temple to temple. The lenses themselves have a height of 45mm and a 143mm tip to tip across the front. Also, there are 5 different Novarro S lens shade color and frame color combinations. Ours here is the Platinum Tortoise frames with CR39 crimson lenses, and we love that each element of the silhouette is handcrafted in Japan. We're closing out our Titanium EDC Essentials guide with an incredible knife with a full 6AL4V titanium handle from an incredible EDC knife maker, Benchmade. The 748 Narrows is the slimmest knife Benchmade has ever fashioned, with the widest measurement clocking in at just 7.11mm thick and crafted with hyper-premium materials, machined from both 6AL4V titanium and extremely hard-wearing M390 super steel. Titanium aside, we just love the approach and the execution. Despite its extremely thin build, the machining is precise and it feels as solid in hand as a knife 2 to 3 times as thick, and it's definitely a testament to the caliber of product Benchmade so often rolls out, having earned them such a great reputation for quite some time now as far as EDC friendly knives go. Benchmade cuts each 3.43-inch M390 blade with a laser process and then grinds and finishes them entirely in-house by Benchmade's own technicians. The matted titanium handles are an in-house creation as well, adhering to the most exacting tolerances as their thinnest in-house creation to date. Keeping the blade locked is an updated version of Benchmade's iconic axis lock, which in the case of the Narrows leaves behind the usual steel liners and omega springs, and instead swaps in a new lock stud and a new torsion spring assembly, to keep the profile even slimmer than the usual suspect you'd find on something like the Bugouts, for example. We want to drive home just how groundbreaking the Narrows is. Not only is it thin for a pocket knife, but we're quite comfortable saying it's the thinnest pocket knife with a legitimate locking system. A system which was completely tailor-made from the ground up for just this knife. It's roughly 30% thinner than the already slim Bugouts, which are also extremely low profile, sturdy, and lightweight EDC companions, the use of titanium for the scales only further emphasizing its ghost-like feel, or lack thereof, on your person at 2.4 ounces. So if you have the money, go with the Narrows, as it's one of the best phantom weight EDC pocket knives we've ever experienced. As always, a sincere thank you for sticking with us to the end of our guide. We always spend quite a bit of time handpicking our essentials, but if there's any titanium gear you think we missed, we always love to hear your favorites, so drop us a line below. And don't forget to check out our editorial guide on highconsumption.com as well.